Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a super quick 12-minute follow-along video targeting the hips. If you know that tight hip flexors are what's preventing you from getting your splits, this is a great video for you. This would also be a great stretching session before or after any sort of cardio workout. All you need today is your mat and your human body. So without further ado, let's get started. Today we're going to start on all fours. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists, knees are directly under your glutes. And just to get some full body mobility in there, we're going to start with some cat-cows. So dip your head down, look to your belly button, and then arch your spine, look to the sky. Keep going back and forth. To open up the side body, we'll get some cat-cow circles in there. So reach your nose out towards the right, round the spine, bring your nose out towards the left, look up to the sky and keep going. Cat-cow circles towards the right, and then we'll reverse it towards the left. Return your body towards your tabletop position. Tuck your toes underneath, hover your knees off the ground, engage your core. Just to warm up the body, we're doing a little bit of abs. Holding your bent knee plank for 3, 2, 1. Then press back, downward dog, pedal out the feet. If you don't feel ready to straighten the legs, you don't have to. Keep the knees bent. Really press through those hands, keep the hips piked back. Settle both heels down, bend your right knee, drag the knee in towards your chest, reach it out to the side, rotate it around. We're going to keep going. We're going to do 5 one way and 5 the other. Make sure you're rotating that hip joint in a full circle. We're really starting to warm up now. Reversing, other way. We just have 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Last one on this side. Next time that knee is in, pull it through, place it in between your hands. Walk up your front thigh, then take a moment from here to make sure those legs are squared off. Both feet should be facing forward, parallel to each other. And from here, we'll bend both knees and straighten the legs. Keep your belly pulling backwards. You can even press your pelvis forward. Keep squeezing your glutes, and that back knee can either tap the ground or come to a hover off the ground. Next time both knees are bent, wiggle that back foot back so that your front knee is bent, the back leg is straight. Place your hands on your front thigh to press your upper body back. Tiny beats. As you're doing your beats, see if you can get closer and closer towards the ground. You can wiggle your back foot further away to create more space to sink those hips down. When you're about as low as you can go, hold it. Remember, your body is not sagging over that front leg. Release, hands frame the front foot. We're going to go into some rotations now. So keeping the hips low, we're going to turn towards the left and then rotate towards the right. Really sink into your hips every time you're facing one way or another. We're going to do 3. If you can tuck your butt in and face your left foot up when you're in the side body stretch that is facing the left, do so. Last one, and then we'll face forward, reframing the front foot, landing the back knee on the ground, untucking the toe. Walk up that front leg again. From here, we're sinking down and we're just going to sit here and hold it. I'm utilizing my hands to press off of the front thigh and push my body back. My hips keep sinking into the ground, but I'm not dumping my belly forward. If you're new to this and it's becoming a little too much for you, you're welcome to take brief breaks by dipping your hips backwards, straightening your front leg a little bit. But when you can, sink back down. Remember, in order to build endurance, we have to endure things. Here I'm using my back hand to press my glute underneath and re-square off the hips. Don't get lazy, no lazy hips. All right, that's enough. Hands come forward. I'm wiggling my front foot towards the left side of the mat, sinking down. We're in a pigeon pose. In your pigeon, before you go down and take a nap, always make sure your hips are square first. To do this, I like to tuck my back toes underneath. This ensures that that back leg isn't veering out to the side. If it was, those toes would not be able to remain tucked. All right, permission to take a pigeon pose nap. Lean over that front leg. We are now stretching the outer right hip. If this area is especially tight for you, you're always welcome to bunch up a blanket or take a pillow and place it underneath. It will help you relax into the pose more. While we are chilling like a villain in our right side pigeon pose, I want to take this time to ask you all to please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. IDK if you know this, but flexibility is a super oversaturated niche, so any extra help I can get from you would be super appreciated. Slowly make your way out of your pigeon and on to your butt. From here, with our hands behind us, we're just going to take a moment to rock side to side, releasing any extra tension or buildup that may have accumulated in our hips. If anything is extra tight, make sure you breathe into it. Breathing, so helpful. And it is now time to make your way back onto all fours. I'm just going to straighten my mat out super quick. And as soon as we're on all fours, we're going to tuck our toes again, press through our hands, hover our knees off the ground, and just hold. We are holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, press back. Take a moment to pedal out if you need it. Reach your heels towards the ground. And this time it is going to be your left knee that pulls in and reaches around. Again, we have 5 each way. So we have 3 more. 2 more. Last one this way. Then we're going to reverse it for 5. 4. 3. This side is kind of janky. For 2. Last one. Pull the knee through. Step the left foot down. Walk up the front thigh. Again, we're finding our balance. I usually need to drag my back foot in a little. And from here, we're going from straight legs to bent knees. So the back knee is going as low as it can, if not maybe touching the ground. And then we're straightening both legs, but still squeezing our butt, pressing the hips forward. We have 3 more, 2 more. Now on this last one, we're gonna stay low, wiggle the back leg out straight, re-square if you need. Again, I like to place my hands on my front thigh. You can keep it on your hips. You can keep them in the sky. We're going to pulse, tiny baby pulses. Again, we're trying to get lower with every single pulse. And when we're as low as we can go, we'll just hold the last one. Make sure as you do this, your front knee is not over your front foot. So if that happens, again, just bring your back foot out further away. And it's time for our rotation. So again, hands come to the ground, tuck your back toe, and we're just going to rotate between the right side of the room or the outdoors and the left side, really sinking everything down. I really think of this as lubricating the hip sockets. Because we're staying low, our weight is on our hips. So as we rotate, it really helps open them up. And it's time to hold our low lunge. So back knee relaxes on the ground. Untuck your toe. Place your hands on your front thigh. Make sure your hips are square. Make sure your front knee is behind your front foot. You're literally just letting your right hip flexor sink down. Breathe. And as you hold this, remember that your hip flexor is directly connected to your low back. So if you have any sort of low back issues, this could help you with that too. Use that as motivation to continue holding it. I promise we're almost out of it. One last square hip check-in. Press the back hip forward. Last few seconds, make it count. And we're out. Place your hands down. Wiggle your left foot towards the right. Square off the hips. Sit down. Take that moment to tuck your back toes. Stay upright for a sec. Make sure everything is square. And then relax the upper body down, going in for the nap. As you're laying here, feel free to take any wiggles or rocks, anything that might help open up that hip a little more. Always be mindful of your breath. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Take a nice deep exhale. Let it out. Just a little bit longer. And slowly start to make your way out of there, coming up and rolling on over back onto your sits bones. We're going to knock the knees from side to side again, re-loosening up any tension that may have accumulated while you were holding your pigeon. And we're going to finish off today's session with a double pigeon pose. So left leg is going to start on the bottom. Knee is bent. Leg is parallel with the front of your mat. You're going to place your right ankle on top of your left knee. Press your right knee down towards your left foot. The right knee might not go all the way down. That's okay. Again, you can always grab a blanket, place it under that knee, or just sit there, sitting up straight, feeling the feels. I like to crawl down and relax on over. If you are leaning forward, try and keep your spine straight, hinge from your hips. You may not be able to lean over as far, but we are all about the feels here. We're not about the glory of the pose. We are about feeling a deep stretch in our glutes, in our hips. Get ready to switch sides. Opposite legs. This time your right goes under your left. That was the ice cream truck behind me, by the way. I muted this, but it's nice that I'm trying to be calm and relaxed and having a nice little stretch, and the freaking ice cream truck drives by. All right, relax into your forward fold. Breathe. During every session, I always say breathe about 5,000 times, but it's pretty important. That's why I keep saying it. So don't forget, breathe. It's like my ballet teacher used to say, breathe or die. Don't die, just breathe, you guys. Slowly round through the spine to come out of there. And guess what? You are finished. You have lived through yet another flexibility routine workout. So listen, y'all, I've already asked you to like, subscribe, comment. Do you know what else I would love? I love requests. I love getting requests. I love answering requests. I love filming request videos. So please request away. And until the next time, y'all, happy bending.